Hey, what up? This is Rojay, and coming to you today from beautiful Las Vegas. As you can see, it's super warm out today. It's actually really nice. I mean, it's pretty much nice here all the time as far as the weather goes. Um, what I wanted to talk to you today about is having a sense of urgency in all things that you do, whether that be your personal life, whether that be your professional life. I mean, pretty much anything that you are spending your time, your very valuable time in. This is something that you need to encompass in all aspects. Pretty much what I mean by that is you need to realize one of the most important things that a lot of people try their best to avoid and escape from the reality of. And what I mean by that is that you're going to die. Not only are you going to die, every heartbeat, every blink, every second that passes is like a grain of sand in an hourglass. That's reality. Now, you can choose to accept this fact. A lot of people have a lot of trouble when it comes to accepting that, but I guess what I mean by that is sometimes we will use escapism. A lot of people use escapism in the forms of TV, in the forms of like movies, maybe that's drugs, or pretty much anything that makes you get away from the present moment, from realizing that not everything is going to be around forever. I mean, nothing is permanent, nothing is forever in reality. Everything changes, nothing lasts. So you can accept that for the beauty that it is, that every fleeting moment that passes is a moment that you should cherish and appreciate and not take for granted. Now, with that being said, when I talked earlier about having a sense of urgency, what I mean by that is don't put off something and say that you can do that tomorrow, say that you can do that later, say, oh, I'll get to that on my time, I'll get to that whenever I get to that. You need to cut that shit out as far as making excuses to not do something that you know deep down in your soul that you need to do, or what really needs to get done. You can lie to yourself all day, you can rationalize that, oh, I worked hard, I deserve a break, or I'll get to that, I can't do that because of this, because of that. You should just cut out all the excuses and just get to the heart of the matter, that you don't have time for everything. Flat out. There's a lot of stuff that you can do in the short amount of time that you're alive. I mean, when you really think about it in the grander schemes of things, as far as how long people live in terms of how long the universe has existed, how long the earth, how long all these climates that we've been experienced to and learn how to adapt to, and evolution in general. Human life is a very small percentage of that huge amount of time that's actually existence in general. So if you just come to accept that in this small amount of time you have a limited amount that you can do as far as what you spend your time doing. Your time should be the most valuable thing that you have, that you cherish, that you don't squander. So that being said, if you decide that you have something that you want done, that you want to achieve, or you are thinking about the kind of person that you want to be, then go for it full force. Don't make an excuse as to not try something. Don't make an excuse as to say just because maybe I failed at this that I can't ever try again. Just be okay with the fact that at the very beginning of whatever you're going to do, it might not be perfect, but just do it. Because the more that you do something, the better that you're going to get at it. Regardless of whatever it is that you want to be, what you want to do, what you want to achieve, like I said, just don't make excuses for that, because you're only hurting yourself. I mean, at the end of your life, do you really want to have regrets, or do you want to be fulfilled fulfilled. You want to feel like you did something, like you accomplished something. I mean, everybody at some point or another lets stuff get by them. I mean, I'm subject to this. I'm not perfect. I'm just like you guys. Everybody is human. We all make mistakes. It's learning to cope with those mistakes and overcome the feelings of failure and grow and learn from that. That makes the grades great. If you want to be the best at something, obviously you're going to have to spend a lot of your time doing that. And if you spend a lot of your time in that, then you need to use that as far as your motivation, that if this is what I'm spending my time, that I have a very limited amount of my life in general, then I'm going to cherish that, and I'm going to go full force. I'm not going to half-step, I'm not going to half-ass something. I'm going to try my very best, because the worst feeling in the world to have is the feeling that you could have done more, that you could have tried harder, that you could have done this or that you didn't give your all, because that feeling is a feeling that you can't fix. You will not resolve. If you go as hard as you can, and you do the best that you can in whatever it is that you're trying to do, then you can't have any kind of regrets. If something doesn't go the way that you had planned it out in your mind, first off, realize that a majority of the time that's going to be the case. I mean, life in general is made up of people thinking about the past and looking at it a way that it didn't actually happen, or in a distorted way. As far as like reality goes, it's your perception of the events. I mean, look at the way that history books are written from different authors from different countries at different times in history. There's a lot of differences as far as people's opinions of what happened. As far as like future events go, a lot of the times what you think is going to happen doesn't come to fruition. A lot of times the stuff that you're afraid of, you end up finding out that it's not something that you should have been afraid of, because a lot of the times stuff that you think is going to go wrong doesn't happen at all. The only thing that you can do is control the present moment, take little actions, take small steps. But when I mean little actions, I mean small step in the process. I don't mean taking little action as far as your life. I mean doing the little things that you know you need to do. Taking the small steps, paying attention to detail. Attention to detail is huge. The more that you can do all the little things right, the more that adds up. I mean, look at any professional athlete or any professional in any, I guess, field of work. What they're doing is a lot of little things right, a lot of very key things right that they've developed by doing over and over and over and over and over. So, again, realize that nothing is forever. You're going to die. Accept this fact. Not only accept it, embrace it. Use that as your motivation to push you to a higher level of thinking, to a higher level of working, to a higher level of success in general. Now, with that being said, if you have any kind of questions about this topic, or you have any other topics that you want me to cover, feel free to leave a comment on here, leave a comment on the blog, and you can email me at pursuit, that's PURSUIT, of MASTERY, mastery, @gmail.com. You can go on the website, rojayrrabbit.com, or on the Facebook, Rojay Rabbit. Like I said, if you have any kind of questions, if you hate this, go ahead and tell me. If you want another topic covered, if you think I should do something different, go ahead and let me know. I love feedback. I love any kind of harsh criticism, regardless. I mean, you can't really hurt my feelings. I'm going to take anything that you say to heart and try to make this the best that it can possibly be. And I'll try to help you guys out in the best way that I possibly can. So that being said, get out there, use your time wisely, and go after the things you want with 100%.